Appeal to emotion is particularly tricky because emotions are genuinely important in debates about social issues. We should care about young people's mental health, community safety, or environmental protection. The problem arises when we use emotions to bypass logical analysis or to question people's character rather than their reasoning. The poor approach immediately creates an adversarial dynamic. It suggests that policy disagreement reflects moral failure, that people who have concerns about this particular funding proposal don't care about young people. This is both unfair and strategically counterproductive. Consider what might actually be behind someone's opposition to mental health funding. They might worry that government programs are less effective than community-based approaches. They might support mental health initiatives but prefer funding through different mechanisms. They might agree with the goal but have concerns about implementation. They might support the policy but worry about budget impacts on other important services. None of these positions suggest indifference to young people's well-being, but the poor approach treats them as moral failures. This immediately puts people on the defensive and makes productive conversation nearly impossible. The better approach acknowledges that people can share fundamental concerns whilst disagreeing about solutions. It recognizes the emotional stakes. We all want young people to thrive, whilst creating space to discuss practical questions about effectiveness, implementation, and resource allocation. This framing allows for much richer conversations. Instead of defending their character, people can explain their actual concerns. You might discover that someone who opposes government funding strongly supports school-based counselling programs, or that they have had experience with mental health services that informs their skepticism about certain approaches. By addressing the emotional concerns whilst maintaining space for logical analysis, you create opportunities for finding common ground and developing more effective solutions.